Hello, good evening all. I'm here to interact with you live session and appreciate to have been given this opportunity on the platform. Thank you, Ami ma'am. Thank you, Sudeshna ma'am. Well, before I start with the main topic, I would like to say something about Vizamo Kids Foundation. Vizamo Kids Foundation is not a home only for the kids here, but I can say that it is more than a home for them, for the kids who are less fortunate, who don't have the opportunity to enjoy the luxuries of life, rather a normal life. But most importantly, here in Vizamo Kids Foundation, children are given a platform where they're equal to all the other fortunate children. So I can say it's the best place for these children, and I appreciate the efforts made by Vizamo Kids Foundation. They are doing a great work. Good evening all. Good evening Mrs. Renu. Good evening Mrs. Archana Sharma. Good to see you all join me. Thank you so much. And it's actually my first live session in this years, and I have not even talked like that. Yeah, I'm feeling comfortable because I've been associated with Vizamo Kids, and I am enjoying talking like this. Uh, well, my association with the Vizamo Kids Foundation was through the aerobics session. I used to take weekly aerobics session, mostly Friday every week. And it was not just an aerobic session, it was, I could say, a dance and a fun session. And that session of 1 hour was like, made my day. And it filled my heart with so much of, you can say, love and comfort. I was very happy to see these children filled with energy and sparkle in their eyes, especially the young children. They were so bright and they enjoyed so much, and it felt like they had dreams in to fulfill. And I felt some kind of strength to see them, because coming from such a background, mostly the poor backgrounds, and being so downtrodden, these children actually uh, reflected that how much positivity they have. And it's this attitude, positive attitude of theirs for their life, is which gave me strength. And I felt that if you have a strong willpower and a positive attitude, nothing is impossible in this world. I am really overwhelmed for the efforts made by Vizamo Kids Foundation by giving shelter to these kids and shaping their future. Hats off. Good. Good evening all. Good evening Sangeeta ma'am. Good to see you all. See, I am an educator, and frankly speaking, I like to be with, or like to spend time more with the younger generation, whether they're kids or my students. And I feel that besides being an educator, like just educating them with the academics, theoretical knowledge and all, it's very important that we bear the responsibility of taking care of these children, of, as an educator, of my students, in situations when they have to gather courage and it's difficult for them to cope up. Like this pandemic, COVID-19, an unexpected pandemic which has shaken the whole world, and it has pervaded in the psyche of the whole world. It has become a global problem. And I can say that it is not only leading to physical sickness, but mental sickness as well. It is this effect, like you can say, on the mental health that is making this younger generation so anxious, because colleges are shut down, schools are shut down. Now they are totally out of the track and aimless, like what next? It's difficult to adjust with this new normal. So I think it's very important to understand the feelings of these children and to give them moral support. Good evening all. Thank you, Vizamo, for the opportunity. So I would say that in this current pandemic, it's very important that we show empathy and compassion for all. It's a concerted effort, and I think if we work with full cooperation and we feel what the pain of the other person, then it will be much effective, and it will be much easier to fight this pandemic. See, from the bottom of my heart, I would say that I feel pain when I see a kid begging on the street. I feel pain when an elderly person is begging on the street, left alone without any home. I feel pain when I hear of a rape of a female and her brutal murder. I feel pain when a person has committed suicide. And besides feeling this pain, I deeply think, what can I do for that? I feel pain that if I would have been in their place, if I would have this kind of life, what would be my reaction? What has actually driven them for this? It's because of something is lacking. Fill. It would be, so good if I could remove all this kind of things from the world. Like, no one is going to beg on the street, no one is going to be raped, no one is going to commit a suicide. Then suppose I react to the same scenario as, it's okay, I say, I pity on that person begging on the street. Oh, it's so bad, that person is trying to commit suicide, and I forget. The two situations are so different. In one situation, I'm feeling for the pain of the person and I wanted to do something. I'm putting myself in the shoes of that person, and I'm looking through the eyes of that person and feeling the pain, the same grief that person is going through. I'm empathizing with that person. On the other situation, when I feel pity or shame, I'm sympathizing with that person. Sympathy makes that person feel lower. Empathy will make that person feel a bit higher. Today is such a good day. If you remember, it is the death anniversary of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. And I was just, scrolling through the Facebook, and I came across a post in which it was written that before the speech in Shillong, APJ Abdul Kalam went near a security guard and he had a handshake with that person, and he said that you must be tired. You must have not eaten anything the entire day. You have to stand for so long. This is because of me. He made an effort to make that person feel great. He actually has raised the self-respect of that person. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Amy, ma'am. Good to see you, to join me. And thank you for this opportunity. It's really appreciated. I'm so happy to speak on the platform Vizamo Kids Foundation, as you all are doing a great work. Thank you so much. So I would say that please empathize rather than sympathize. And empathize means to have compassion. Okay? Obama has always preached compassion and empathy. These are the great leaders who have not just ruled a country for the sake of fame or name, but they have touched the hearts of the people, the lives of the people. Remember, the fingerprints of compassion and empathy will never fade from a person's life. Never. if you make a mark, if you do something, just a little effort if you do, and that person really gets inspired by that, then you have made a great change. It's not that you have to do a very, very big thing for making a person happy. Just think that every human being has the right to live with respect. So be empathetic towards the others people and be compassionate. In this pandemic, it is said that keep 6 feet distance, don't do a handshake, don't touch anyone, don't have hugs and all. But we think that this has made all kind of antisocial. We are not behaving like human beings, because we are social animals. We should socialize. This coronavirus, COVID-19 has made us like don't socialize. But I think there is one important message in this also, that even if you're not closer to each other, even if you're not hugging each other, even if you're standing at a distance to each other, but you're caring for each other. I wear a mask not for me. I wear a mask because I don't want to infect the other person. I keep 6 feet distance because I care for my family. I don't want to take that infection home. All these actions are showing that how much I care for the other person and for my family. So all this is actually building a kind of compassion. I think the whole world was running after things like beauty, being thin, earning money, fame, entertainment. I think everything has gone at the backside now. We are not at all bothered about now eating out or going to a cinema hall or shopping in a mall or flaunting some crazy looks or just showing up. Now we are like behaving like we are so much caring for this global problem. We are working in a concerted manner. Isn't this a good thing also? So I think by building this kind of you can say feeling for each other and for caring for each other, not only in this pandemic, but I think we should develop this as a unique character. Empathy and compassion are both unique characters. They are not kind of, you can say, luxuries a person has or assets a person has, but these are the necessities of humanity. Humility, humbleness, compassion, empathy are all important aspects of humanity. If we are human beings, we have to behave as human beings, not just physically, but we have to have that heart also, so that we can touch the lives of other people and they can be inspired from us and they can learn from us. So I think we should follow it. Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, Hiral ma'am. Good to see you all joining. So here I would say something that in Mahabharata there was some kind of line in which Yudhishthir said that how come we are seeing like everyone is dying around us, but we are not able to see ourselves dying, like we are not able to feel that. Okay, that is, how can we ignore a pain of a person, grief of a person? Around us many things are going on. Around us there are many people who are suffering, and how can we remain aloof from that? Why aren't we connected? So it's very important that we get connected. And surely in this pandemic, I would say that increasing the mental strength is very important. In Buddhism also it is practiced that you have a strong back, that is tremendous strength, but a soft heart, that is an undefended heart. So have a strong back, tremendous strength to bear all the kind of adversities, problems, but a soft heart. Along with those problems also, you are able to give something to other person. It's not always that your problem is the most bigger problem. Okay, try to ignore your problem and try to solve the other person's problem, and think that, I think we shouldn't think of small little things disturbing us. because there are many things disturbing the other people. They have to struggle for a one-day meal. They have to struggle for everything to feed their children each day. A meal, they have to actually gather money for that. They have to struggle in each and every thing in life. Each and every day is a struggle for them. There are certain such people. They don't have shelter, they don't have a home, and they don't have means resources. So for them, life is a big struggle, and we shouldn't ignore these people. So feel happy in giving, and feel happy to see the smiling faces of the other people. And I think build the self-respect and the motivation, or you can say the strengthen the mental aspect of the other person, and be compassionate. We should be compassionate to all. So yeah, thank you so much, Didi. Thank you for joining. Good to see you all. Thank you. So well, I would like to just end this talk now. In a nutshell, it is like when we are more in the giving mode, the better. And for that, we don't require a lot of money. We don't require a lot of resources. We don't require many things. I think we can give support. We can spend some time with that person, or we can make that person feel that we are there to help them, and we can give importance to that person. We can recognize that person, not make that another human being who doesn't have anything or begging on the street like totally like they are not they don't have the right to survive also. We shouldn't make them feel like that. So I think it's very important to care for all. Thank you so much, Sherlyn. Sudeshna ma'am, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity, and I would always like to be part of Vizamo Kids Foundation. This association will never end. I am looking forward that this lockdown, this pandemic gets over, children come back to their home, okay, and I again join them with my aerobic session, the dance and fun session, and I'm just missing the faces of those children. They used to call me Didi. Little girls, they used to call me Didi, and they used to scold me. They used to feel so sad when I didn't come for the session, or I missed a single session. I'm just missing it. My love to all. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. Take care. Good night. And stay safe. This shall end also. We have to adjust to the new normal. Thank you.